Hello, everyone. Welcome to Elevating Your Life. And I am just thrilled and happy to share with you just an amazing guest who I did have the honor to meet and share previously. So I am excited to have her as a guest again. I want to share with you today Dr. Dravon James. She is an inspirational speaker, author, and everyday peacemaker. She is the founder and director of Everyday Peace. She is the author of Freedom is Your Birthright and host of Dr. Dravon James Everyday Peace on Mind, Body, Spirit FM. She's coach on the Sirius XM Road Dog Trucking Show and an actress whose career credits include a recurring role on HBO's acclaimed The Wire. A leader in the healthcare industry for more than 3 decades, she is the recipient of the Secretary McDonough Coin of Recognition for her leadership efforts to combat the COVID pandemic. As the founder of the Next Step Leadership Academy, Dr. Dravon uses this training and experience to lead women to their next level of greatness in life and business, using the power of everyday peace. Oh, welcome, Dravon. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. It feels so good to be back with you. I almost feel like we should say friends have you reunited because every time I come on your show, I just feel like I'm at home.
Yes. I love it. I love it. You just do so much. You just offer so much with everyone and what you've shared with your book and your shows. So first off, is there any more of your background you'd like to share before we begin?
No, except for pretty soon we're going to add another book to my repertoire. I just finished my book on forgiveness, and it's with the editors now. So I'm looking forward to having that out really soon. So,
oh, I'm so excited. We'll have
yeah,
to
you know,
again.
I'm a fan of the tiny book. I believe, because our lives are so busy, it's like popcorn or off to the next thing. And I'm so passionate about people getting the message and having it to be really, really useful in their life, like right away when they need it. So it's another tiny book, as I promise to continue to write those speak to me. So hopefully it'll be out really soon.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait. Well, first off, I'm going to ask you about something that I just absolutely love. Something you've said is that conflict and challenges are a gift. Tell us about that.
It's hard to think about that, right? When you're in the middle of a conflict or a challenge, right? And it's so funny that we're opening up this question. I was working out this morning and something popped in my head. So there's no sense of randomness. I'm going to use this. So I get up at 4:15 in the morning. Oh, right. And so, but I get up because I be work at 7. And I like to work out before I go to work. And this random thought, but it wasn't so random. I guess it was preparing me for today's talk, was a quote by Einstein that says, "Every day we have to make a decision. Do we live in a hostile world that's out to get us? Or do we live in a loving and supporting world that's seeking to teach us and guide us?" And so when we look at challenges and those unwanted things that show up in our life, I challenge myself and other people to know first, it hurts. It definitely hurts. Go ahead and be kind to yourself. Acknowledge that. I'm not saying put your head in the sand and say, oh, this doesn't hurt. Of course, if it hurts, it hurts. Acknowledge it, self-soothe. But know that whatever this is, the reason that this thing has shown up in your life is to teach you and to guide you to your next level of greatness. So take all of the lessons from it. Resist the temptation to become bitter. Resist the temptation to blame others. It can very well not be your fault, but the benefit that you will receive by embracing this challenge as a growth. It's like growing pains almost, right? Or teething. Remember when our children teeth? Oh my gosh, teething, right? It's necessary so those teeth can break through the gums and so that you can enjoy some wonderful foods. And so think of it that way. And I know it's difficult, and I say this in the midst of my own challenges and struggles, that it's a constant reminder every day. But if we do this, we really will come out on the other side of this being stronger, more resilient, more self-aware, more connected to our gifts and talents. Try it. I promise you, you have nothing to lose by trying it.
That is so true. That is so true. I know personally myself, when I've had challenges in life, I've thought, "Sh- I want to just be so angry. But then, but I'm so grateful I had perhaps, let's say, this loved one that I lost, that I had them in my life. And then I realize that those challenges give us new perceptions. They can send us down a different path that can really open us up to new things and kind of enlightened vision too. They teach us and make us stronger, don't they?
Yeah, and I'm so wonderful that you mentioned gratitude. It really is. I tell people next level living when you can find something to be grateful for in the middle of your challenge. And if you do that, you will feel like pounds of weight start to just drop off of you. Because challenges and struggles are heavy. They weigh us down, right? Emotionally and physically. And in the middle of that, you can say, and I am a fan of the gratitude, active gratitude. I have it posted right here. I'm still at work. I have it posted right here. I do what I preach. So I keep an active gratitude card. I write it out every day. And when things get to be really, really heavy, I can turn to that and say, here's what I'm grateful for today.
Oh,
And
I
switch
love
my
that.
mind like this.
Yeah. And that can set the tone of our whole day, can't it?
It really can. It really can.
Oh, so what would you say to someone that has unexpected challenges thrown at them, but they're trying really hard to stay focused on the path of what their dreams or goals are?
Yeah, that's a big one, right? Because when that distraction, that curveball shows up in our life, it has the capacity to consume us, right? And really take us off our focus. So a couple of things. First, I am big on checking in with yourself. Checking in. What's going on with me right now? This unexpected thing just happened in my life. How do I feel about it? Well, I don't feel good about it. Give yourself a little time to process it, right? To deal with it, to validate yourself as a person, a thinking, feeling person. Hey, this is going on. I don't feel great about it. Okay. Is there anything that I can do about this right now? Maybe there is. Then you see what you can do about it right now. If the answer is no, and quite often the answer is no, we don't want to receive that, but thinking about it is not doing something about it. Now, is it? So we can sit there, we can worry about it, but we're not really doing something about it. So be honest when you ask, is there anything that I can do about it right now? And whatever, if you need to pray, meditate, whatever gives you peace, do that in that moment. Accept that there's no more that you can do in that moment if there isn't. And then refocus yourself. Refocus yourself. I'm going to give myself permission to continue to pursue this. Not that I'm devaluing this other very important thing that's happened in my life, but I know there's nothing I can do about it right now. I'm going to focus on this. And this type of talking, Paula, I actually do this with myself. I actually teach it to my clients because you know what? The most powerful voice your ears will ever hear is yours.
Oh,
And so I teach this and I do this. I'm that crazy lady driving next to me in the car beside you, like, who's she talking to? She's talking to herself, right? Because I'm teaching myself. I'm rewiring my brain. I'm giving myself permission to get
yeah.
back on task. And I am asking myself, always lovingly, never with criticism, are you just ruminating over this? Yes. Does this thought pattern help you feel better? No. Is this thought pattern helping to solve the problem? No. Would you be happier if you fill in the blank? Yes. Okay, let's go do that. You see, it's almost like mothering ourselves. I'm coaching myself along to what it is I need to do. It is me mothering me.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And with mothering ourselves, talking, and that's going to help us process what we're going through and take steps forward, isn't it?
It really is. And you know, and it's not, I have people, I get my clients all the time say, I did it, it didn't work. And here is the deal. If you ever talk to a middle schooler, the first time you tell them anything about this big, colossal problem that showed up in their life, and how to solve it. They're not going to listen. They're going to, keep going down their path. And you go back tomorrow, they have the same problem. You keep coaching them, you keep being encouraging. The same way with ourselves. We don't beat ourselves up, but we go right back to ruminating. That's okay. I see you're doing that again. I'll come back another 10 minutes. Keep checking in. It's not a one and done. I've been doing this for years, Paula, and I still have to catch myself and say, what are you doing? Come on. How are you feeling when you think those thoughts? Not good. Okay, would you like to feel good? Yes.
So it's a continual thing and every day taking those steps, would you say?
Every day, and don't lose patience with yourself. Be kind to yourself in this process. Know that you're making progress. Self-awareness is big progress, because before you started doing the self-talk, you probably weren't even aware that you were on the hamster wheel and you were ruminating and worrying and not focusing on your goals and your desires. So now you're aware, right? I also like to do is to set timers for myself and say, okay, I'm in a worry loop. I'm going to work for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to get on my task, whatever the vision is I'm trying to work on. I'm going to focus on that for 20 minutes. Right? I got to get that, 20 minutes. Okay, I'm going to get off of that. I'm going to worry for 10 more minutes, and eventually I'm like, oh, I don't feel like worrying anymore.
I love it. I love it. Oh, would you say there's side effects to when we deny ourselves our passions and what we're going for, when we let ourselves kind of get stopped by this?
Absolutely, and I love the term side effects. My job, I'm a pharmacist, so the word side effects, and what side effects can we prevent? Well, let's talk about this. When we decide that we are consciously or maybe sometimes not so consciously going to forego our dreams and our goals for something else, we not only deny ourselves, we come to this life experience, and if you think of life as being there's a closet in your life that's full of these amazing gifts, all with beautiful wrapping on them. And when you don't go in that closet, by the closet meaning your dreams and your goals, and you don't visit them, you leave all those gifts unwrapped. Beautiful gifts, right? So that's how you deny yourself. You never get to go to the next level of you, because you haven't crossed the threshold, and you haven't focused, you haven't prioritized your dreams and your goals. That's personal. But here's how it's a little bit bigger than just us. I think John Donne has this phrase in his book, The Sequel, I believe. No man is an island, no man stands alone. And I take that in this context to mean that my life is not just my life. Your life isn't just your life. We're talking today about the wonderful expansion of your program, and that touches me. I said, well, Paula could do it. I could do it. But what if you never did it? What if you just said, you know what, I got too much going on. I'm not going to pursue the growth of my show and all of this. And then you wouldn't have been able to be an encouragement to me today. To say, and we weren't even talking about me, but we're talking about your great news. I said, oh yeah, I see what I can do, right? So when we do great for ourselves, we help someone else, either directly or indirectly. They don't even know who's watching, who says to themselves, oh, it's impossible, until they see you do it. And they say, oh, I know her. She's just like me. There's nothing extraordinary about her. I mean, I'm extraordinary. She's extraordinary. I'm quite ordinary, and she's quite ordinary too. If she can do it, I can do it. But if you never try, you won't be that beacon of light for somebody else to try.
Oh my gosh, I love that. What a beautiful point. And that's something that can be a gift for us, isn't it? When someone we know or what we see someone else achieve, it's like, yes, that can be done. We can do that. And, and support each other and realize that others are doing it. We can do it, and know if we take a step forward, that might help someone that is trying to take a step forward, help them to do it as well.
Yeah. You never know who's on the brink of quitting something, or never even taking a step forward until they hear just a little bit of your story, and oh wow, and it encourages them. So we don't just do it for ourselves, although we will be the beneficiary, but we do it also. There are family, there are friends, there are people who are watching from a distance who our life will impact. And that phrase, and I hope I got the quote right, and I hope I got, so I am notorious for, famous for, if you will, misgiving quotes to the wrong people. My heart's in the right place. That is that phrase. No man is an island, no man stands alone. And it's so important. Our lives impact other people.
Oh, that is so true. I mean, and I've always believed something as simple as a smile can change the energy in a room, for those around. I've always believed that, something that simple.
Oh my gosh, we have to talk just a minute about that smile. I'm so glad that you brought that up because we're getting into our season, our holiday season, and lots of people are affected by seasonal affective disorder or depression or just maybe the plain old blues. You're just having not the best days. And a smile, it has been shown, scientifically shown, that a smile does so many things with these facial muscles. It does something to energize us from the inside out. Just try it. And it may come off as a grimace at first. That's okay. It's baby steps. You give a grimace and you try again and you pull a little deeper and it's a smile. If you've ever been out in the park, and I know I have, and a child has smiled at me in the midst of my heartache, and for that moment, I feel like all is well with the world. And we have the power to give that to other people, and we have the power to do that for ourselves. So get in the habit of paying attention to what's going on with your face. Make that resting face into a little bit of a smile. And how about we do something different? We challenge ourselves. When we get struggled, when we feel overwhelmed, we stop. We don't automatically go to our serious, hardened face. We take a moment, we deep breathe, some deep breathing, and we smile.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And yes, yes. I'm one of those people that's dancing in the grocery store if there's a good song on, and it can be so fun. It can make others smile. It can even make someone go, my gosh, that's a good song. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to dance a little.
It's infectious, right? It's infectious, and you want to be that person. I'm the same way, Paula. I'll be dancing. Sometimes I find myself humming a tune, walking to my car, and I just hum a tune, making myself happy.
And, it's it's wonderful to think about, that we all may have our own little special superpower. How does a person recognize what their own beautiful, unique superpower is?
I love this question.
Oh,
I encourage my clients, my life coach clients, to end their day as a superhero. And you get to decide what your superpowers are because this is what you're going to do. Here's your, what do they say in Mission Impossible? Here's your mission if you choose to accept it, right? So if you want to tap into your superpower at the end of your day, just before you're getting ready to go to bed, I want you to reframe your whole day, your entire day. And you go through your day, you maybe pick out some things that were maybe a little bit challenging, and you start applauding yourself for what you did well in that situation. Oh, maybe you could have lost your cool and blew your top in that meeting, but you held it in. Your superpower could be restraint, right? Maybe you could have walked away and not spoken up for somebody when you saw injustice, right? So you pick out all the things that you did that you are super proud of, and there you find your superpower. Now, let me tell you this too. I have clients who say, I can't think of anything that I'm proud of at the end of the day. I've made so many mistakes. My boss was on me. My kids are upset with me. My spouse is unhappy with my performance. I say, okay, so here's your challenge. I want you to go to bed and retell that story differently for you. Retell that story. Whatever happened, you retell that story the way you would have liked for it to happen. Because now you're impressing the superconscious mind with this is who I really am, if that's who you really want to be. Make sure it's authentic to you. We're not trying to live for somebody else's pleasure. We're trying to live our authentic life. So you retell that story the way you would have liked to behave in that story. That gets you closer without any shame, guilt, or condemnation to the very next time, and believe me, there will be a next time. When a similar situation arises, you're closer to becoming and behaving as the person that you want to be. Either way, you're going to retell the story the way it happened, or you're going to reframe the story the way you wanted it to happen. And there you will discover your superpowers. So, oh my gosh, I'm a person who has amazing communication skills. I'm a person who has amazing delegation skills. I'm a person who has amazing listening skills. Whatever it is, you'll find it in there. And it's different for all of us, right? It's different for all of us. But we're all uniquely made, and we're all so important to this journey.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That is really gonna create in me at the end of the day what I'm gonna think about at that day, how I'm gonna end my day. That really is huge, isn't it?
It really is. And so many people call and tell me that, gosh, I'm really good at restraint. I said, are you now? Oh yes, this was happening, and I didn't lose my cool. I didn't blow my top. I said, great, that's wonderful. Now let's take it a step further. Are there different perspectives that we could have? And, from that same situation, great that you had restraint, awesome. Now maybe we're going to develop the superpower of being able to see things from different vantage points. Isn't that amazing? 360-degree vision you have. You can see all the way around the sphere. Right? So we'll just play a game with ourselves. We'll become superheroes. And in the process, we'll watch our happiness and our gratitude go up and our quality of life improve tremendously.
I love it. I love it. And, just to think about, we're all a superhero. We all have our superhero-ness inside us. That really is exciting and pretty cool to think about.
It is, right? Yeah.
Oh, wow. So what would you say to someone that's like, oh my gosh, I wanna have you bring out my superpower. I want to start at step one every morning. Would it be, excuse me, would it be start with gratitude? What else would you recommend for someone that's saying, I'm ready to take those steps, Dravon?
So you're absolutely right. I am a big believer for many, many years, decades now, of starting my day off with what I call active gratitude. And I want to just explain that for just a moment. I showed you my little card. It's a little just regular index card. And on one side of the card, I write down things that I'm grateful for that happened yesterday. Just 3 things. I don't overwhelm myself. A lot of good stuff happened. I have to challenge myself just to write 3 things down. And those happened just yesterday, not 2 days ago, yesterday. And then on the flip side of that card, I write down 3 things, also 3 things that I'm grateful for that will happen today. So I set my intention for today. This is what I'm going to be grateful for. And a lot of those things are things as I mature. They're not external things. They're internal process things. The way I'm going to see the world, the way I'm going to respond to the world, the gifts I'm going to give from myself and to myself. So I write those down. I take that moment and I give the thing that makes this active gratitude. I don't make it flat on a page. I have to get tingly excited about it and practice that. I practice feeling this sensation of excitement from the soles of my feet to the crown of my head. Now I'm ready to go. And then I set a timer on my phone. I advise everybody to do this. At least 10 minutes a day that I'm going to use to focus on actively doing something to pursue my dream, the goal that I have for my life. It's 10 minutes, people. I know we're all busy, but you have 10 minutes. You're going to give yourself the gift of 10 minutes, and you cannot just be in planning mode, right? This is something I actively have to do. So I just mentioned that I've been writing this book. I've been writing this book for a long time. But when I really got serious about it, I started putting it on my 10-minute goal thing. I finished the book. I got it off to the editor. So now what am I doing? I'm working. So the book is done. It's with the editor. So now I'm working on, thank you, I'm working on a screenplay so that's what the editor, I said, okay, 10 minutes on this screenplay, 10 minutes. And so this is how we eat an elephant.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Please share with everyone how they can learn more about you and, listen to some shows. And then what last words do you want to share with us, dear?
Awesome. So how you can learn more about me, visit my website, drdravonjames.com. There you'll find out where my shows are. As you mentioned in the intro, I'm on the Sirius XM, the Road Dog Trucking Show. I think it's channel 138. But it's the Road Dog Trucking Show, first Monday of every month. You'll find me there, and you can learn all about me on my website, drdravonjames.com. And last words I want to share for everybody to hold in their heart is that right now you possess everything you need to get to your next level of greatness. It's already within you. And if you need help tapping into that, please feel free to contact me. I will be happy to tell you about our group life coach classes.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I mean, you just share so much with so many people and do so much for them. And I'm going to be thinking all day today, okay, superpower. We've got it. We've got it.
Yes.
You are such an inspiration, Dravon. I just love it. One thing I did want to ask you about real quick. You had mentioned stress, how we can use that to improve our life. So with one, can you share just when we're feeling that stress, how do we turn that into an improvement?
Right. Okay, yes. And I know we're almost out of time, so I'm going to try to give this.
We've got about a minute left. Yeah.
So stress, notice what happens when you're stressed. Stress usually causes us to hyper focus. The only thing is we're hyper focusing on something that hurts us. But the energy of being hyper focused is useful energy. Right? So during times of stress, you're going to take that hyper focus and you're going to switch what you're focusing on. Right? I'm stressed, I'm hyper focused. Most of us are hyper focused on whatever's causing the stress in our life. Now we're going to hyper focus on not even the solution, because the answer to whatever you're stressed about is within you. We're going to hyper focus on something that makes us happy. Because we're switching the energy. Once you ask the question, the answer is within you. Some kind of way that answer can be drawn out of you. If you change your focus, we cannot keep our focus on the problem. We move our focus to something that causes us to relax and be happy. So
I love it.
Hyper focus.
All right. We are going to end the show with what we're going to focus on that makes us happy. I love it. I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Dravon. You are just an inspiration and a joy. Oh my gosh.
I feel the same way about you, Paula.
Oh, thank you. Love, hugs, and blessings to everyone. Thank you. Goodbye.